Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I'll have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be
Along the Tama, the missing in Savannah.
And as you come around, and it feels so right. It's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart. Doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh, I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Where is Cody?
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Thank you guys for showing on up, coming on in here. We were missing in action on Monday and Wednesday, you guys. I had a lot of things going on, and I'm sorry I couldn't come on. I used to be making things and saying, oh, it's canceled today or whatever. But I didn't even have time for that. One thing, I think it was Wednesday, I think they had lost Pooh Bear. But his mother had came and got him, but she didn't tell me. And so, we had to go through that. and after we finally found Mom and the baby, I was done. Like, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to Pooh Bear, okay, that was one day, and then I can't remember what happened. Oh yeah, on Monday I was getting prepared for trying to take care of some business, and we took care of it. Everything went well on that. And so I was trying to get prepared for Tuesday, and time slipped, time went by, I didn't think about it, and I was like, oh my God, I thought it was, you know how you get your days mixed up and you thought it was Monday, and then you come to find out that you're in Monday or whatever. But anyway, nevertheless, you guys, let's chit chat. And like I was saying, like, for a little while, I want to just, I'm still really happy about Jake pleading guilty. That was always a possibility. He loves, Monica. Or is it Monica? Her name is Rebecca. I don't know why I called her Monica. But he loves Rebecca. And and he's now going to accept the, you know, be responsible for what he has done. And you know, and love is a beautiful thing, you know. I don't think if he didn't love this woman, I don't think he would would have said, yeah, yeah, I did this, I did that, whatever. First of all, let me give a shout out to people that came up in the building. We got Lisa Taylor. She was first in the building. She was like, hey, good afternoon. We got Monique Hall up in here. Good afternoon to Monique. And then, we got, I see Lisa Calhoun. And Lisa Calhoun is up in there. We got Tina Powers up in there. I don't know. Everybody's name looked different or something. Like they didn't put no spaces in there. It's just da 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 da. And I don't think it's ever was like, I don't know. Maybe it was. I just didn't pay attention. But now everybody's name got a number behind it. Like Tina Powers is Tina Powers 3014. And then Lisa Taylor is Lisa Taylor 3416. Lisa Calhoun is 4797. Where did that come all in? See what I'm saying? They done made changes. It's hard to get on here. And I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying things is different a little bit. But I mean, we'll figure it all out. We will figure it all out. And see, Phyllis DeHart, she ain't got no number behind hers. I don't know. Or maybe I don't know. I don't know what that's about. She said happy Friday. Yes, happy Friday. But you know what? Your girl got to work today too. And one of my cars is down. So we took it to the shop. We paid the shop. And then guess what? Got the car back. The car is not fixed. So we got to take it to another shop because they was like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, give me my money. But they didn't charge me a lot. So, I'm kind of happy for that. Lisa Taylor says, this is something new. I don't know what is going on. Like I said, they got us doing other stuff when we jump on. We got to put it in a category. The category is like, there's nothing about news. There's nothing about, drama or whatever. It's like games, music, da 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 da. Lisa Taylor says, I don't like it. Oh my, pray they get it fixed. Hey, I don't know what's going on, but it'll do what it do. You know what, you guys? God is good. God is so good. If you sit back and I don't know if I told you guys, but I finally had a resident that has passed on my shift underneath, my care. I mean, they were dying, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's never happened. And, and I didn't know how I was going to feel about it. But, and that could have shook me up a little bit. The number must have something to do with mods. Oh, okay. Okay, I understand that. Lisa Taylor says, I don't like it. She says, Tina Powell says, well, I'm grumpy Smurf. I don't like it. Oh, all the numbers just for the mods. Oh, okay. It's okay then, Anyway, life goes on. Life is what it is. I hope everybody's doing well, doing what they're supposed to do in this world. Yeah, it is what it is. I have another nurse. It's a guy nurse at work, and he loves the Lord. Every time you talk to him, it's the Lord, the Lord, the Lord, the Lord. Now, don't get me wrong. I love to listen to him talk. He loves the Lord. He takes off work Friday, so he ain't gonna be there tonight. But anyway, nevertheless, I mean, he knows about the Lord. And it's just sometimes good to be able to talk to someone that is very um, into the Lord, where they're talking to you, you talking to them. They're they love, you know what I'm saying? The conversation. I love the conversation with him. I mean, he tells me stuff and I tell him stuff and we laugh, and but it don't matter what you talk about with this guy, but before you leave talking to him, y'all gonna be talking about the Lord. Anyway, it's a good feeling. Anyway, you guys, let's get on and talk about Jake for a minute. Jake the snake. Anyway, Jake has pleaded guilty. We do know that. We were a little bit surprised that they went to court, but it was one of those hearings where, you could come out and tell the truth, and resolution. They were just going to try to come up with a resolution. Like-minded people, always a plus. Girl, I've never had so much fun. I mean, talking to a person before, like, yeah, he's very, not just knowledgeable, but, love the stories. And yeah, last night we were talking a little bit, and he was like, oh yeah, I like the story of Joshua. That's what he told me. I was like, Joshua? What was so great about the story with, the parables and story about Joshua? And I can't remember what he told me, but oh yeah. He said Joshua asked the Lord to keep the sun up for a day. And the Lord listened to him. You see what I'm saying? And I don't care how many times you read the Bible or whatever. I mean, certain people are going to like certain things. Now, like I said, yeah, I know about it, but it didn't just like, it wasn't like, oh, to me, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It is, but it's not. You know what I mean? So anyway, and I got to share, and that's one thing too. I got to share what I like, which, like I said, I like Jacob. I like the story of Jacob. I like when Jacob was in that one area by the rock they call Peniel, and he had to wrestle with an angel. And and everybody that they know the story, they love the Lord, they either gonna say to you, oh, he was wrestling with an angel. And then some people gonna be like, nah, he was wrestling with God. We don't know which one it was. Just like when Abraham was talking to the man on, and God said, should I tell him what I'm gonna do? Well, when he said, should I tell him what I'm gonna do? That means you was talking to Jesus. You was talking to God. But who showed up? And he's like, let me go and see. He said, let me go and see. But who showed up in uh, uh, Sodom and Gomorrah? They said it was angels. Some people say it was men. But the Lord said, let me go and see. Anyway, you guys, like, it's like crazy. It's like crazy. Like, you think about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You think about, who was it? Was Jacob fighting with the angel? And how can you fight with an angel? Or was Jacob? Because Jacob said, I'm not going to let you go until you bless me. And I like that. So that is my favorite in the Bible. That's my favorite. It's not my favorite scripture, but it's my favorite story. I love that story. And you take stories like that and you put your life around stuff like that. Anyway, you guys. That's like I was saying. The only thing I was telling you guys is I like this person that I work with sometimes. Like we be really bored, but we come, he'll come to where I am or I'll go where he is and we'll chit chat. You think it's going to be like maybe a 2-minute conversation. Next thing I know, we done sit there and talked for an hour or two. I mean, we're not behind in our work, but it's just some really good conversation that I have been enjoying with this young man. He is very knowledgeable. And it's been a long time that, I have been able to, speak freely and just enjoy the conversation with him. And he's an African. And but he's young. He's not an older African. But not everyone that you're happy to, because some of them can be overbearing and, what they say may not even, and you can't really explain it to them because they got it in their head and that's what their pastor said, and they may not even have an idea, but they want to know, or they don't think that they're a baby or something. Maybe I'm the baby. I don't know. If I'm the baby, then there's a lot of babies out there. But anyway, it is enjoyable conversating with him. But and that's all to say, like, what are the things that we think about or talk about or whatever, like I said, Jake getting into that conference hearing and pleading guilty, did not really see that coming. Did not. I believe he was working with them. I believe he was. And he don't want to get his girl in trouble. But we do not have to wait long. Sometime in November, they're going to sentence him. And the same day that they have court to sentence him, Rebecca has court for her preliminary hearing. She has pleaded not guilty to all the charges. Well, we know one of the charges that she is going to be found guilty on. Well, we know that she's not going to be found probably guilty, probably on the murder charge, because he's taking a hit on that. And I think that he taking a hit, he did it. Tina Power says, I think it's November the 3rd. I do too. I think you're right. I know it's November. I just really can't remember the date, but I know it's coming. And it's coming fast. We will definitely talk about it this coming Monday. Let me see. Do I work this coming Monday? Yes, I do. God. Oh, Lord. But anyway, I'm off this weekend. So once I work today, because I work 4, and then I'm working 4. And so, yeah. Yeah, I had to put some work in. I did. Oh, I'm really going to work next week because I got to work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I got to work Saturday and Sunday. But that's okay. That is okay. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That is okay. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, like I said, I purchased another home. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'll share it with you. I did. I purchased another home. And so that's what the thing I was doing for the last 2-3 months is trying to get everything together. And it all went down Tuesday and Monday. Everything was the money's supposed to be in the bank, and they will be able to go in the account and take the money out and da-da-da-da-da. And so, we got some issues going on with that, but yeah, that's what happened. That's why I was really busy. And then Wednesday, Pooh Bear came up missing. So, and then like I'm looking at my schedule, and then I literally had to work Tuesday, like I said, I had to work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You know what I mean? Like all this stuff was happening, and Pooh Bear missing, still got to work, picked up these shifts because trying to get the money together and everything, and was a little short, but got it all together. Anyway, anyway, you guys, you never know. This is the first time that we looked at a case, and the person before going to court said, "Hey, look, I'm guilty. I'm guilty of it all." Tina says, "Wait a minute, SP. Pooh Bear was missing." Yeah, he was missing. Well, he was missing. She said, "Hold the telephone. Wait. Go back to Pooh Bear was missing." Well, see, not really. What happened was I was told by my son to, Pooh Bear was riding. I asked him, "Did Pooh Bear go to school?" He said, "Yes." I said, "So he's riding. Did he know to ride a bus?" He said, "Yes." So we got off the phone. But so we at the bus stop waiting on Pooh Bear, and the bus never did come. Pooh Bear never got off the bus or whatever. So it was like 30 minutes. I had to call the school. The school had to call the bus transportation. They said that the drop off was at 4:52. It was 5:30. And so we had to figure out where he was at. Well, his mother went to the school and picked him up. So we had to find out that mom went to the school and picked him up. I don't know why, but she did. You know what I mean? But I wish they would have told me, because having, I just think it's just, like not, if I'm making sure your child is okay, don't give me a freaking heart attack, because nobody really wants to be responsible for somebody else's child. So before I can go to work, I gotta know where he's at and who picked him up, and because it wasn't told to me she was picking him up, she was supposed to be at work. But when her plans change, she don't tell nobody. She just, and I know how she feel. It's my child. I ain't got to tell nobody nothing. It's my child. Da, 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 da. But looky here, you can't have an attitude like that when people are, picking up your child and making sure they eat and making sure they okay. And you're like, "I don't give a dang. I don't care. Da, 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 da." Okay, well, take me out the equation. Now, you get off work, he's not on no latchkey. Who's going to pick him up? There's nobody. So now you're going to have to quit your job because you're acting foolish. Exactly. So, because at the end of the day, nobody wants to lose a child. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a good feeling when you don't see the child get off the bus, and and so for 2 days, like Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, I didn't get to see Pooh Bear. And like, she was off work Monday. I didn't know that. And then I knew she was off work Tuesday. But then Wednesday come, like what's really going on? But anyway, yeah. So I was done, and then I still had to go to work and work, being all upset, all uptight. So right now, like, my life was really chaotic in the last 2 weeks, but we got it back together. Anyway, so I just wanted you guys to know, like, and then when the car broke down, so it was in the shop and it come back and it still broke down. Papa done took it to the shop again. So yeah. So things like that are happening, and you just gotta do the best you can do. And sometimes certain things have to go on the end. Anyway, I do need to get some rest. My stomach is killing me. I do like got a took a flu shot and somehow I don't feel that well. So anyway, you guys, I just wanted to make sure you guys know, like, we ain't going nowhere. I'm not like, oh, we don't come on like we're used to and da 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 da. It's just sometimes you got to take care of home. Because if you don't take care of home, who else is? Nobody. You know what I mean? So these things had to be done. And so, no, it's not an excuse. It's just, it is what it is, you know. Um, but Monday will be the 27th. We'll pick up a new case. And I've got something. And if you guys got something that you want us to go over and cover, let me know, I don't feel too well. So I told you guys we're gonna limit. We're not gonna be coming on here staying for an hour unless something is really jumping and popping, because our time is very valuable. Tina says, take care of your family first. We will always be your prayers. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, you guys. I can't wait for Jake and them to go. He gets sentenced. I guess, I think what's gonna happen, she's gonna make a deal. And she's not gonna go to court. She's gonna make a deal. She's gonna plead guilty to falsifying a report. You know what I'm saying? And I think they're going to take it easy on Rebecca because she is a victim of abuse. They're not going to be too happy with her because you allowed your child, plus with the person that hurt your child, you're so in love that you decided to lie to them. So they're going to, they're probably going to be like, she might have to do 2 or 3 years, Anyway, you guys, thank you, Lisa Taylor. Yes, Monique, everything turned out good. But you guys know, it's a lot. Anyway, I told Papa, he was like, we got to go do this. We got to go do that. I was like, nope, I'm going to go live for at least 15 to 30 minutes because, I don't want people to think, oh, she just da 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 da. Anyway, you guys, that's what's up. So sometimes you guys got to know what's going on, and it's not you, it's not nothing, like as it was happening, yeah, it was horrible. But now everything turned out good. Anyway, you guys, I will see you guys Monday. We will have a good conversation Monday. Yes, I do have to work Monday, but at least all the things has happened and it's done took place. And now we're right back on track and we're going to get things popping. I'll see you guys Monday. Be ready. Make sure you guys be ready and come in here Monday. And so we're going to look at a new case come Monday. All right.